Although I guess you can do it on one side too. You don't have to get the trees on both sides.
There are a couple that we'll see later on where they've just been removed.
Most of the clearing on this side was on the south side, which is the least environmentally friendly clearing side.
Because the south side would provide more shade and keep the temperature cooler.
Yes.
Rick, do we have any idea what the original conditions were of these streams? I mean, were they always silty and sandy, or?
Just from talking to some of the landowners, they were not, and of course you wouldn't expect that. These streams should be fast enough to carry the silt out of here. The habitat's been degraded so significantly now that it's not able to carry this away. But they were talking about being able to catch bass and catfish here, and there are no game fish in this stream now. This drainage is large enough to hold game species and to have deep pools and to support a fishery, but in this condition it's not.
How long ago were they talking about being able to find this fish?
It's been decades.
So was this stream wider than it naturally would have been?
What it is it's more even everywhere. There are points where what it should be is you should have more diversity. There should be narrow spots at riffles, and then it should widen out into pools. And instead, what you have now is basically a homogeneous habitat. Everything's the same. It's all, I guess, what they call a glide, which produces flow that's kind of similar to a laminar flow, where it's just equal everywhere you check. It's pretty much the same. And what it wants to do is to create that meander again. It wants to develop those curves, it wants to develop those riffles and pools, and that's what's going to allow the greatest biological diversity to reestablish here.
That's looked at as not being desirable by the vendors on the farm.
Their goal is to get the water out as fast as possible, and so they try and design that. And what they're basically shooting for is a perfect channel, like a concrete pipe almost, to try and carry the water out as fast as possible. But as soon as they do that, the stream tries to reestablish its original shape, and it fights them the whole way. It fights them the whole way, and you can see the results of that. They're not going to be able to stop it. So what happens is, once you start that, to maintain it, you've basically created more work. You're going to have to come back in here. You're going to have to rechannelize it again and again to keep it flowing the way it did that first year after they channelized it. Whereas if they left it alone, it would probably have been better drainage than it is now.